YouTube. Welcome to Greenville Diaries. Not done one of those for a while. You might notice that the background behind me is a bit different, and there's a reason for that. I've kind of moved things around a bit. And the reason I've moved things around a bit is because I've finally made a start on extending the layout. And I'm pointing over there now, whereas before I was pointing whatever. Pardon the mess. It's a spare room. I have my model railway in here, but I have lots of other crap in here. I'm very lucky to have the space that I've got. Trying to do it so that the model railway doesn't become a layout room, if you know what I mean. I have to use it for other purposes as well. But I'll explain a little bit of that as we go along. So I'm just going to point the camera around, show you what I've done so far. There's not a huge amount to see, but hopefully give you a flavour of what it is I've done, what it is I'm planning to do as well. So as ever, thank you for watching, and that way.
Okay, so like I said, pardon the mess, but you can see against this wall here I've got Greenville, which is the layout that I shoot all the switching videos on, and that's along a sort of 13-foot wall on that rack shelving, and you can see above and below I've got kind of war game stuff, and at the moment the fiddle track is basically just that plank, if you like, there, which is about, perhaps should have measured it, about 5 foot long, something like that. And what I've done is I've moved my desk, and I'm very lucky having a spare room where I've got room to do this, from the wall it was on round to that angle. I have some doubts about the light with the window being directly behind me, but I'll see how I go. But for now, and basically just taking the fascia off there and placed a shelf against this wall here. As you can see, I've just used fairly plain shelving brackets from the DIY shop, and I happen to have I said I wasn't going to use it last time, and I said I wouldn't use it again, but I happen to have a couple of shelves of this Conti board stuff in the garage that were kind of the right size, and I've just trimmed off the end here, and I don't know if you can see there, but I basically put a bit of a curve into there, and that's basically just to stop myself or anybody in the family sort of banging their eye on it as they come into this part of the room. So I've got some cork tiles. I'm basically going to place them over this shelf here. Now this is about 7 foot long from one end to the other, and I've got a couple of issues to resolve. So one obviously is the length of the shelf, and the intention is that I'm going to have very minimal scenics, probably just a bit of ballasting and a bit of greenery, low level, but it's basically just going to be a fan of siding, so a stub-ended yard if you like, with one spur that will sort of lead off that for me to have a switching engine, and it just gives me another area where I can kind of build up a train perhaps before I run it through to Greenville. So that's the intention for now. Problems I have is, well, one is perhaps the materials and the length of the shelf, so it's fitting in the relevant points and so on without trying to overdo it and get some use out of it. The other is the sharpness of this curve that I'm having to use. Because I don't want the shelves to sort of project out into the room too much, it does mean I'm kind of limited to a very sharp curve. So I've used a Tillig Elite HO track, which is what I used before, and it's 484mm radius, something like that. And this area where I need to get across from the old fiddle stick, if you like, across to the new shelves, what I'm essentially going to do there is put a bit of a bridge across. I've got some thoughts. It'll probably be easier to show once I've actually done that. What I perhaps ought to do is just take that shelf off completely and redo it, but I'll be honest, I'm being a bit idle, and for now I just want to crack on there. There's not going to be a huge amount of wiring to hide underneath these shelves, but I'm going to have to be careful how tidily I do that, and then the idea obviously will be to extend the sort of fascia board, if you like, that hardboard right the way around for consistency as well, so hopefully it'll look quite neat. And Greenville for now will be the main sort of scenic area as before. So there you go. For now I just wanted to share that I've made some progress on the long promised extension. As I say, it may not be particularly scenic, and I don't know how much it'll feature, you know, in videos when it's built and so on, but I thought I'd share for interest, and we'll see how it develops. Things often have a habit of turning into something that wasn't originally planned.